Hello,
Ooh, it looks
hello.
pink today. It finally looks pink.
Yay. Happy Sunday, everybody. Woo, 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 woo. The start of a new week. We're super thankful to be alive one more day in the land of the living. So I hope you are happy too, because we're happy. So, hi, everyone. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode
Yes.
of Girl Chat on Sunday. And if you're a guy, if you want to chat with us, we got some um, topics that will be okay for everyone to talk about. If you want to chime in, you have a wife or girlfriend, she want to chime in, bring her on so she can chat with us. But happy Sunday, everyone. We are so thankful that you all are here. My name is Miranda. Hey, hey, hey,
And
hey.
I'm
Okay, so
Elena. I see myself. I look blurry, so I'm gonna go out and come back in. So
okay.
go ahead and do your thing. I'll be right back.
Okay, girl. So, hey, everybody, it is Sunday Girl Chat. So, we're just super excited to be here on today. My partner, Elena, is going to fix her technical difficulties, but tag, share, join us, join the conversation, put comments in the chat. Thank you so much for logging in, whether you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, however you're joining us on today, you're in the group. Thank you for all of those who are in the I'm Bougie Facebook group. We are just excited to have you all join the community of Bougie girls that are here on this planet. And just in case this is your first time being with us, hey, you look a little clearer. Okay, that's better. Okay. So we both got our curly hair, as y'all can see. But if this is your first time joining us, we're Bougie Girl Cyber Happy Hour, and my name is Miranda. This is my co-host, producer behind the scenes. Her name is Elena. But
Yes.
Bougie, if you don't know what Bougie stands for, we it's a redefinition of a word that's always used to describe someone who's probably like the diddy uppity, think they're better than everybody else or whatever, but we redefined it, or it's been redefined to mean bold, one of a kind, unbothered. We're guys, girls. We love God. You don't love God? We love God. So anyway, guys, girls, intentional and elegant. We're intentional about what we do. We're elegant.
Yes.
Sometimes we can be a little silly, but we're
Yes.
elegant women. We represent God well. We are unbothered by what people think about us. We're bold. We're stepping out. We're wearing our hair the way we want. We wear our lipstick. We cute and everything. You know what I'm saying? And we don't worry about what everybody else has to say about us. If you don't like it, um, sorry. But we're gonna just, we're gonna be bold, and we're not gonna, but we're not arrogant, we're not prideful, we're not over, we don't
I am.
look
Okay.
down our nose at other people. So that's not how we are. But anyway, thank you for joining us on
Yes.
today on a Sunday. We hope you all had a great service. We did. Unity Church Dallas. Pastor Dietrich D. Lewis is my pastor. We He talked about breakthrough today. So, did you watch church today, or how? What did your pastor talk about today?
It wasn't my pastor. We had
Elena, you're
doing my
freezing.
photography stuff in jail.
Okay.
My husband had it in the living room, so I'm freezing.
Oh, you're better now. I
I'm
can
still
see you now.
freezing.
Go ahead. Nope, I can see
Okay.
you now.
I said I was listening. I can't, but I was like halfway listening because I was doing something on the computer. But my husband watched it because we had a guest pastor. But today was our 5-year anniversary for the mix, so we had a little drive-in dining thing.
That's fun.
So they provided dinner or lunch. Yeah, because it was around two, like dinner for everybody. So you ordered your meal, you went there, and you picked it up. My
Yeah,
Pastor Marcus, he said hi to everybody. It was nice. It was nice.
that
Good
was
food,
cool.
and it wasn't just like little sample. It was like full meals, like full meals. That's what we do.
Nice. Get nice. Y'all look fancy, you know what I'm saying? So that's
And it was
cool.
absolutely free. So if you wanted to go, just sign up. It was just a free meal. It was nice.
That was
That's what
nice.
we
That
do at the
sounds
mix.
cool.
Yeah.
That's what they do in the mix in Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? So that's
We a little
so cool.
bougie.
Y'all look bougie, y'all fancy, you know what I'm saying? So this is Sunday. We have girl chat on Sunday. So we just get on here and be silly. We talk about current events or just different topics. So I wrote down some things that we can talk about on today because, so we can just get the audience involved. If you all want to comment, please do. Share your comments, your thoughts on what, we're talking about.
Please
So
share the
we'll
page, share this moment.
share,
Let me get
share,
some
share,
people in here so
invite.
we can have a chit chat.
Yes, yes. So comment, share, like, and just follow our page if you're not following us, but we thank you for following our page. So, I wanted to ask you with everything going on, we're still in social distancing, and you and I met during social distancing. We met back at the end, I think, of March. So, we met when all this was going on. I didn't think it was going to be going on this long. I thought it was going to be over by now. So,
I think everybody
how are
did
you
too.
feeling about this? What are you thinking about this? And how do you feel about it? What do you think about all this that we got going on
I
with
mean,
the COVID and everything?
I'm fine with the COVID. To be honest with you, I've been back to work since June, and I've been doing
Hmm.
hair and photography. So I've been out there, but I've been being safe. Me
Hmm.
and my family have been safe. Nobody have contracted, contract,
Yep, it's contracted.
contracted. Okay,
Hmm.
COVID. So we're good on our part because we're just doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Right. And so, I mean, hey, we all got to stay safe. We all got to social distance. Um, I have you had any family members that impacted by this or?
Um, No, we just did yesterday. They released the balloons for my uncle, but that was earlier this year. He was, I don't think back in April or May when he passed, and they found him, and he had tested positive for COVID, I believe. So he was the only one in my family.
Mhm.
Thank God.
Right. I know my mom mentioned that it was I guess, a distant cousin of ours who had it. And so, she mentioned it to me. But like I said, I didn't realize that we had family members that had passed away. And I know, my pastor had family members that passed away. Hi, Grandma Houston. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Share, share, share. And so,
Hey,
yeah, I
Queen.
mean, this is a lot going on. And like I said, I didn't think it was going to still be going on. So, what is one thing that you're grateful for right now? Like I said, again, we're in social distancing. We got all this stuff going on. What are you grateful for?
I'm just grateful that my mind is just at ease with everything, and I'm just given the opportunity to like bloom into who I am and whose I am. Just a
Yes.
lot of good things, and just learning and growth. Let me take this down. I did not realize I was still going.
What is it? Oh,
The it was just
yeah.
flashing.
I thought you was like, okay, we're gonna have this flashing the whole time.
No.
So I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful that my children are safe. I have grown children. One of them is grown, and he works out in the public still. He's been working out this whole time, or working in the public the whole time. He's an essential worker. He's a supervisor with Sprint, and He's been tested twice, and I'm grateful that he's okay. I'm grateful that he's working and my children are safe. And as a young Black man, he's he's safe. He's covered in the blood, and I just thank God for my children and my family. And so that's what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful to also be alive and to be healthy. And I was able to travel this summer to Las Vegas. Came back and was still doing okay. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm blessed. So
Yeah.
I can't complain. There's nothing to complain about. God is really kind of pushing me into my purpose during this quarantine. I'm like, okay, God, you got me out here. What you got me doing? Okay.
Yeah.
So just super excited about what God is doing in our lives, in my
Yeah.
life. And so, but thank you all for watching. Share, comment. Tell us what you're grateful for. We're
Yeah.
talking about right now what we're grateful for. Hey, Miss J.U.
Hey,
Hey,
mama.
girl. So, we're just talking about what we're grateful
I'm
for right
just like I
now.
said, grateful for growth because I talked to you
Hmm.
about it a little bit, but earlier this week I thought I found my studio for my photography.
Hmm.
Um, but so last Sunday I wrote into the person because I saw it. I saw the space. I'm like, I didn't see it physically, but I saw it on there. Yes.
That's her. That's her. That's her.
I found it on Craigslist. I found yeah, big windows, wooden floors. It's 500 square feet. It was in a price range that I was comfortable with. I contacted
Yeah.
them. They contacted me back through email, and they set up a date for me to see it. And on
Hmm.
Friday, and
Hmm.
then Monday, they was like, "Oh, somebody saw it last week, and they put a deposit for it." I'm like, "Y'all could have told
Oh,
me
I
that
know.
Sunday, and I would have came there. I would have left
Right.
work and went put a deposit down." Like,
Right. Oh no. I mean, but you know what? God
but
has
you
a better spot for you.
right.
That's what
So
I mean.
that's why, because it wasn't what I wanted. It was beautiful. I do want something with big windows and wooden floors, but I also want a space where I can still do hair and a space where I can do, bigger shoots. And that one I can only have up to 3 people in a room, and it was very
Right.
limited to what I can do. So
Right.
I know what I asked for, and even though I was excited for this, God just wouldn't let me settle. He was like, "Nope, close
Yeah.
that door. You thought it was a door, it wasn't."
That ain't the one. But you know what? And that's so awesome how God is at. Hi, Billy. Hey, sis. I know she's always watching us from
Hi, Billy.
YouTube. Girl, thank you. Share if you all are watching us, thank you all for joining us. I see Sean on here. I've been knowing her for so long from California. Thank you all for watching us from everywhere,
Am I low?
Louisiana
I'm gonna
and
switch my headphones.
okay. From Louisiana, from Texas, from
from Texas,
Baltimore,
from
from
Baltimore, from
Houston,
Houston,
everywhere. People are
everywhere. People
watching
are
us. So
watching
thank
us.
you
So thank you
guys.
guys.
Share. Join the conversation. We're just talking about what we're thankful for on today. So, we just talked about being thankful for our children, thankful for what God is doing in our lives, and just thankful just to be able to be on this earth and be able to walk in our calling and our purpose. I believe that God has a specific plan for us at a specific time. His timing is always perfect. So I'm just thankful that, this time of social distancing and COVID and different things like that has allowed me the opportunity to just really kind of figure it out and
Yeah,
just kind of slow myself down because, you're so busy working a 9 to 5, a secular job. And for me, just not really, focusing on anything else. But I'm thankful for this time. So
yeah,
just
me
really
too.
grateful.
And I'm also thankful for growth. I'm telling you, this growth because if people know me, especially as a photographer, y'all and my mama know I would not do weddings. I was like, nope, I'm not an event photographer. Nope, not doing it. Nope, nope. Because my first wedding that I did, I was working with this photographer. I don't even know how I found this guy, but he was a photographer in Houston,
Hmm.
and I have no idea. I don't know who connected us, but he was supposed to be teaching me how to do lighting in his studio, and then I was supposed to be his second photographer, and then I would go in and
Hmm.
do like administration work for exchange for knowledge. So I was free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I know what you're
I
saying.
was still working full time, but
You
I
were
would leave
bartering.
there and go. Yeah, I was bartering. But in
Hmm.
that time, I was we did the. He made me buy another camera because he was like, mine wasn't professional. So he hooked me up with one of his friends, and I bought one of his friends' cameras. And
Yeah.
then I went my first shoot with him. Beautiful wedding. It was like a bridezilla. I didn't like her, But it was a huge wedding.
Oh no. She said it was a
Pictures of them
bridezilla.
coming down the aisle. I'm like ready to shoot. Yeah, she was. I was ready for my shoot, and my camera wasn't working, so I was missing those shots. I had to go run to get
Oh
my camera. But
no.
luckily, he was getting the shots like farther up when he was. So they got the shots of them walking down the aisle, and then
Hmm.
so after that, I was like, okay, focus, Elena. Then something else happened, so I went in the bathroom. I sort of had a ventilator. I'm like, this is not for me. It's going way too
Oh
fast. This
no.
is not. No, no, I don't like it. And so I just, it was just a bad experience. I was like, nope, not doing
Oh
weddings. Nope, the wedding's
no.
not for me. I want to be in control. I like the
Right.
one on one. I don't mind the family. I like connecting with people on smaller groups. So
Right.
I just stayed away. Was just doing everything
Yeah.
else but wedding because I was like, nah, no, nah,
She was like, I'm not gonna do that
nah. I
until
don't
I'm
like
gonna do
it.
everything else.
So last year, year before last, I don't know. I think we've been at the church for almost 2 years. I think it'll be 2 years in February. But when I got to the
Hmm.
church, I joined the creative team,
Hmm.
and as photographer. And then what I had to do was shoot at the church. So I guess that's event photography. And I kept telling them, look, y'all, I'm
I
gonna do
think
my
so.
best. I'm not an event photographer.
Yeah.
So eventually so I hyped my head up. Oh, you take great pictures. Your
Hmm.
photography looks great. You bring up the
Right.
team, all this kind of stuff. I'm like, stop filling with my head up with stuff because I got so much to learn. Always putting myself down, never taking a compliment. So finally I was like, okay. And then I started doing like engagement sessions, and then I started doing smaller elopement ceremonies, which still
Hmm.
small, and I don't mind. But then I just took an engagement session, and then they want me to shoot their wedding, which is a 2-day event
That's
next
gonna be so
next month.
awesome.
And then another couple booked me for their wedding in November. I'm
Look at
like,
how God
what?
put you on out there. That is
Right?
so
Right?
awesome.
It's so uncomfortable. I
Well,
don't
you
like
know
it.
what? He'll take us out of our comfort zone. He'll do it. So, and that's so exciting that God will take us out of our comfort zone because being on social media is out of my comfort zone. I don't really, never really wanted to do it, but here we are today. What, 6 months later, we are still standing. So let's do some hot topics or some. Let's talk about some stuff that's going on.
What you got? What
So
you got? And you
let's
already
see.
you got
You know, what
everything
I'm
written
saying.
down. What you got for
No,
us?
so I was going to ask you. I know I was watching something. I watched Cocktails with the Queens, Fox Soul. They have this show called Cocktails with the Queens. So I'll be getting ideas from them. I'm like, y'all talking about some good stuff. We're going to talk about that too. Yeah. So,
So listen.
okay. Well, first of all, let's talk about how has motherhood changed your life? Like, we're both mothers. My children are older. I have my youngest is a preteen, or not preteen. He's a teenager. He's about to be 16. And I have an adult son I just talked about earlier. How has motherhood changed your life? Because your baby is younger, so I can talk about it with adult children. So
Yeah. I mean, I just I had to learn how to be more present because I like to be by myself, and she won't let me
mhm,
just be alone. I'm like, leave me alone one time.
they not gonna do that. That ain't gonna happen.
No.
That's
She
not
just
gonna
brings her
happen.
toys up. Hey, mommy, you the puppy. I'm like, what if I don't want to be the puppy? Like,
Right.
I don't want to do
Let's have a tea
it.
party. Mom, can I put on some makeup? Can we put on makeup? Can we do?
She don't ask to put on makeup. She just takes my
She
makeup and
just
slaps it on her
doesn't.
face. Yeah. She entertains herself. But just being more present and just watching what I do because of course she's a girl. And I notice like if I'm fluffing up my lashes or doing something, she's right there watching me. If I'm taking out my contacts, she's right there watching me. So
Yeah.
I do regret like passing gas and burping around her because now she thinks it's funny and she does it all the time. So that's not
Okay.
ladylike, but she gonna be.
Oh no. Elegant, elegant. Oh
I'm
no,
like,
we can't
I look, everybody does it. So I'm
in
like, you
front of
gotta
their
be free
family.
when you at home. Yeah, but she
Yeah,
don't
when
know the
you're at home,
difference.
you can just
I
do.
don't I don't know what she do when she's not around us because she just thinks it's funny. We try
Yeah.
to tell her, you gotta say excuse me instead of saying I farted. I'm like, no, Marley, you have
Uh-uh.
to say excuse me or I burped. I'm like, Marley,
Do you say excuse me?
I do.
Okay.
She
Well,
don't.
I
She
mean, and
laughs.
she's getting older, so as she grows, she'll understand that manners and stuff like that. And I'm sure her grandmas and everybody are on top of her on that as well. But I mean, how I'm trying to think how as how has motherhood changed my life? Just being aware of, the example that I said, like you were saying,
Mm-hmm.
to my children, being a good mother, um, being a good role model, especially when you go through your ups and downs, how to help them as they get older to navigate the hard times, as a mother, watching my daughter with her first boyfriend. That was hard for me to deal with. And just, in her first heartbreak, that was something that I had to learn how to be compassionate about and understanding, even though I'm a counselor, I had to learn how to be compassionate with my own child. Like, I'm sorry, instead of being like, girl, good, I'm glad, he didn't deserve you anyway. I have to be like, oh my goodness, honey, I'm so sorry. Even though in my head I wasn't thinking that, but in my heart, it is teaching me how to be compassionate and speak loving words to my children because um I be like, good, I didn't like him anyway. I didn't want him to be in your life anyway. And then now we laugh about it because it's like, you remember your first boyfriend and you remember how you and your brother and I was like, girl, whatever, and we can laugh about it now. But it's teaching me how to be compassionate and understanding, to listen to them instead of always having something to say back, but just to listen to what they're saying, because sometimes they just want a listening ear. Sometimes they just want you to hear what they're saying, hear their
Mm-hmm.
grievances or their concerns, and I'll not always say, well, because I said so. It's like you want to hear what they have to say, hear what their concerns are, hear what their heart is. I mean, sometimes you have to step up as a parent and be like, you know what, we're not going to do that. Period. Point blank. It doesn't matter what you think about it, but sometimes you're like, okay, I never looked at it like that. Maybe let's try it, or let's look at it this way, or let's try it this way. And so, sometimes there can be compromise, but them still also understanding who's the grown up, who's the parent, who's in charge. So
Yeah.
I think that's what's helped, what I've learned about being a mother. And now that they're grown, just not nagging. Like,
Mm, you say so.
I mean, I don't, that's how I am with my children. I don't want to push them away because a lot of times I think if we're, for me and my children, our relationship is like, especially the boys, if you're constantly on there, like, every time we have a conversation, I'm talking about, are you saving your money? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Um, they don't want to hear that all the time. It's like, Mom, I heard you. I do understand what you're talking about, but I think sometimes they just have to learn. I can't cushion the, always cushion the blow sometimes for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some lessons, you want them to, they learn on their own.
Yeah.
So
And I think I know being a young mom, and mom was like, "You gonna see when you have children and stuff like that." I'm like, but I just think I'm a different person, and I'm a little bit
mhm.
more laid back.
Yeah,
And I know with Marley, I want her because she speaks her mind, and I don't want her to lose that.
yeah.
So even though I'm the authority figure, and I
Hmm.
want her to respect me for it, I do want her to, not, even though I'm her authority figure, but not afraid to say, "Mommy, I don't like that." Mommy, you know what I mean? Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, speak, like, talk, not really talk
Say
back,
what you
but
gotta say.
let's
Yeah.
have a conversation. Why don't you? Why let's talk through
Right.
this instead of just
Mhm.
saying it's my way and because I'm the parent and you just do it because I
Yeah.
say so. Like, no, no, I believe like children need to understand why we say so, and then having a healthy conversation with them
Mhm.
can make a difference. And then instead of demanding the respect, it's just gained because they know you're somebody who they can communicate with, and you can have that healthy conversation with.
Right.
And it's hard right
Yeah.
now with a 3-year-old because you just want to,
She wanna do what she wanna do.
yeah,
I mean, but that's everyone's parenting styles are different, and everybody, like I said, I'm in a different generation from you,
yeah.
so it's
That and
kind of like,
that's the difference too.
yeah, the generation and how I was raised, and my parents were, because I said so, you're going to do what I say, and I don't care if you like it. We're not going to have a conversation about it. My rules, or you can move out. And so, you know, um, I kind of had those same thoughts, but then also we're going to have a conversation like, let's have it depends on what the issue was as well. We're not going to compromise on everything you guys want to do. Like, oh, I want to stay out until 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, no, you're not going to do that. Or I want to have a girlfriend and I'm 12 years old. No, you're not going to do that. I mean, certain things we're not compromising on. But, as parents, just learning how to have those healthy conversations instead of always. feeling like, oh, my way, my way, my way. And so,
And
I think every,
I feel like when you have those healthy conversations, especially at a younger age, by the time they teenage and stuff like that, and things come up, they won't mind coming to you and talking to you about things, and then understanding why they can't
mhm.
have a significant other
Yeah,
at this age. You're still a baby. Grow
sure.
up, learn. And I'm
Yeah,
saying that as a parent that really wants my daughter to start her first business at 10. You can't
yeah,
have a boyfriend, but you can start this business.
right. You're busy.
You're too busy for that.
You busy. You busy building an empire. Don't worry about it right now.
Mhm.
I mean, but then,
And
like you
you'll find that person is already building an empire, and y'all
come
merge
together.
empires.
And and that's what I'm saying, those generations, or however you grew up is just like a different
Hmm.
mindset, a different attitude. And so I know for me, just like you say, having those conversations, setting those boundaries, allowing them to talk. And you know what? If you all are joining us for Girl Chat, put your comment in the comment box. What have you learned about being a parent, or what changed your life as being a parent, as a mother? If you're a mother or a father, how has being a parent changed your life? Put your comments in the comment box. We'd love to, hear your comments as well. And so, what do you think, or do you feel like growing up as a teenager in your 20s, do you feel like you missed out on anything? I know they were talking about how Tony Braxton had said, I regret not hanging out more and partying more and just enjoying my life more when I was younger because of her upbringing, I guess, as a Christian woman, or as her dad was a pastor and stuff like that. So she regret not maybe doing other things more often or whatever. Do you regret not doing certain things growing up, or?
No, it's just in my 20s. I wish I would have traveled more to different countries.
Mhm,
But honestly, I'm happy to be able to travel. I'm going to be able to travel now because I've
mhm.
had my finances together, and then
Right.
even with I want more to experience stuff. So I'm kind of
Mhm,
excited that I'm be able to travel with my family and have
mhm.
those experiences with somebody that's going to be with me. You don't have a
Yeah.
choice forever.
Right.
And just have those experiences with, with Cheo
Right.
and Marley and, you know, so I really don't, because I had to grow up and learn some things in my 20s, and it is what it was.
Yeah.
And I think everybody have those experiences at different times of their lives.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
like, I did the club thing. I felt uncomfortable when I was there at that moment. So
Mhm.
I wish I would have been more
Yeah.
focused on my businesses in my 20s. That's
Right.
that too.
Yeah. I think I probably would have wanted to travel more often, maybe not been so eager to get married so young. I got
Hmm.
married when I was 24 years old, I believe, 24, 25. So I kind of, I don't regret my children or anything like that, but just getting married so young and now just focusing more on my career and myself and growing up as a young lady. I don't think
Yeah.
I was mature enough to get married at that such a young age. And so those were some of the things I wish I would have been like, oh, don't get married so young, just wait a little while, grow up as a woman, grow up and just experience life. Like you said, travel,
Hmm.
finish my education, focus on myself and my son at the time. I had my son at 21 years old, and so, or 20 years old actually. And so, just focusing more on him and just being able to focus on him and I probably a little bit more before I got married and whatever. But I did learn a lot of things about myself growing up and being married. My husband and I grew up together. So just learned a lot about myself, but sometimes those lessons are better learned alone. Sometimes, I
Hmm.
mean, instead of involving somebody else and what their baggage and what they have going on in their life and their experiences, because when you combine the two, sometimes it gets weird, it gets
Yeah.
extra, it gets funky, and so
And I don't think a lot
that's
of people realize is like you have to experience some things alone so you can complete yourself as a person before you even
yeah,
get into a relationship, because
sure.
you can't
Hmm.
get into a relationship and expect that other person to complete you, because you're
That
one of a
is so
kind.
true.
Nobody can complete you. But
You have to be
Jesus.
you have to be complete and whole coming into the relationship, and I was not at all. I was a broken little girl trying to figure out my own life. Like I said, having a child at 20 years old. The dad was and I weren't in the same state any longer, and just raising my son alone at that young age and still learning about myself as a person, as a young woman. So that, so when somebody wanted to be in my life, a male, I was like, okay, this must be a good idea because he can help me raise my son. He's a mature young man or whatever. But again, a lot of times, we need to learn certain lessons alone or just focusing on ourselves, our situations, instead of connecting with someone to think they're going to complete you or complete the package or whatever. So you
Yeah.
need to be the complete package when that person comes into your life.
Yeah.
So
And
those, that's just
and
interesting.
I
But
don't I,
anyway,
I don't believe I was whole, but I feel like God knew I was ready because like I said before, I always prayed, always said, I don't know if it was a prayer, but I guess God took it that way because he kept me to it. That
yeah.
because I said it when I was 16, like, look, when I'm ready for him, he ready for me, that's gonna be it. I don't want to do all that dating stuff. I don't got time for it. Ugh. Ugh. I hate
Right.
it.
Right. And God answers your prayer. When you were ready, He brought the person into your life. And you know what? Hey, you're married and you have a baby, and you know, God is
That's it.
going
No
to.
more babies. It's just us three.
You're so funny. How do you feel about like when somebody like when you're on social media, all of us mostly have social media. We have various social media platforms, right? We have Instagram and all these other things. And how do you feel like when somebody addresses a personal situation online to you, like, girl, I know you lost your job, you okay? Or how are you doing instead of texting you or saying, hey girl, you doing okay? I heard you lost your job, but instead in the comments, you know, if you didn't talk about that in your post,
Hmm.
they want to talk about it. It's like you don't have my phone number, you can't text me. Why we
Just
got to
delete
talk
the
about this
just
on my
delete the
feed?
comment and block the person, okay? Because obviously you're not my friend and you trying to put my business out there. And I know next time you're not the friend to go to talk to you about anything, okay? Get your little toxic butt out of my life
Oh
and
my
bye.
gosh,
I have no problem hitting the block
girl.
button.
She said, I
Goodbye.
don't have no problem blocking, deleting,
Right,
stopping.
that's what I'm
Look, stop.
saying. People
Oh
be
my
on social
gosh.
media taking what everybody said in the heart, but that's why there's a block button,
She
okay?
said there's a delete and there is a block. I'm going to do
Yes.
both.
That is a God given button because he said, block
Ooh,
it. Block that
block
negativity
it.
out. Block it.
Like block that toxicity. I think it's funny. And I noticed what I've also seen people have done to me because I've moved since I've been on Facebook. It's been Facebook's been in existence for like 10 years or something. So since
A little
I've been
longer,
on,
but it is. Wow.
yeah, something like that, whatever. But since I've been on Facebook, I've moved probably twice. Like I moved to Vegas and now I'm here in Texas. And people be like, girl, you in town? I'm thinking to myself, can you just text me that? Why you gotta put my business out there like
Maybe I
letting
want
people
everybody to know.
right? Like, girl, let's get together. And I'm thinking to myself, you don't text me. You don't never text me and say get together, but you put it out there like you concerned about me or you want to hang out with me. But then I'd be like, oh, okay, and I inbox you, you don't respond. What was all of that about? Like, I wanna, girl, where you at? I wanna what?
Do
Like, what is
you?
this about? Do you
Do
really
you
want to hang
really?
out or you just want people to think that we cool?
You're
Like,
going to be like, I want to. Oh, what? I can finish my message. You've been blocked.
I don't know why people do that. And it's weird. It's like, okay, did you really, are we really friends? And I know I have a lot of people that are on my social media that are Facebook friends or Instagram
Hmm.
friends because I don't really, and that's why I try not to friend people, especially on my personal page that I don't know because
Hmm.
I want us to know each other. I want us to be able to have a conversation or have something in common or we met at a conference or something, or because I've had people friend me that I've never met in my life, and I'm like, why are they asking to and then they never reach out to you again after that. Like, I don't know if they friended me because of business, or you want to collaborate on something, you want to do something. It's just like there's nothing else ever said. It's kind of
Yeah. I
interesting.
usually vet people because you get a lot of like um requests and stuff like that. So I'll go to their page. I say, okay, who they
Yeah,
want me through, or if it's just a random person, I'm
that's what I
like,
do. Yeah,
bye.
right. That's what I'm saying. But
And
wonder what
again,
makes people do
hit
that.
no
Like, what
ban
makes
block kick.
people
Maybe
delete?
they like
I'm
your
gonna delete
picture.
this request. I guess.
Maybe they like your picture. Maybe they looked at your Facebook and was like, I would like to get to know her. So you might be blocking your blessings. Don't just be blocking everybody. Vet it a little bit. Go to their page, see what they about. If
What
you
are you
don't like it,
saying?
hmm,
I do that. I do the same thing you do. I vet them a little bit.
okay,
I do some research. I don't just immediately block you,
gotcha.
but it's like, okay, well, maybe they reached out to me because
You said,
we've
what
been to
am I
church.
saying?
Yeah,
You
like talking
never
about don't block my
know.
blessing, girl. Good
You
night.
don't know.
I'm gonna use the
That
Joyce
might
Houston phrase. Good night.
it might be your next,
No,
your next person.
no, I don't think
People
so.
people found love through not through Facebook. Well, yeah, and social media. But then they also found killers too. So just be safe.
Girl, I'm not even gonna do it with you today because you ain't gonna have me caught up on this social media. I've never. I'm not even gonna put myself out there. I don't even want to talk about it. So to go to the next point, I mean, I don't think I would just date anyone if somebody. I don't think so. I would have to have met you in person first, and then then we meet, connect on social media.
What if
Then
they met you in person, but you don't remember them, but they remember you?
they can remind me like, hey, we met here, whoop, 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 or whatever. My memory is not that bad. I mean, if I met you somewhere, especially if you're
Maybe they
cute,
saw
you know
you
what
from
I'm
a distance
saying?
and asked, "Who is
They didn't
she?"
meet
And
me
they didn't
then.
didn't
They didn't
talk
meet
to
me
you,
then.
but
They
then
didn't
it was
meet me
like, "I
then.
missed my chance." Sometimes people miss their chances.
Girl, don't try to hype me up on this situation. It's not gonna work. Don't try to hype me up on this. It ain't gonna happen. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
You're
No,
like,
ma'am.
wait, no, stop.
No, ma'am. No,
I'm just kidding.
ma'am.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so on to the next topic.
Do my hair
So
look pink today?
it does.
Yay!
It does. I can see the hue of pink. It's a
It's
glow
very
of pink.
light.
It's like a highlight of pink.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's very light, which I
Yeah, I can.
wanted, but then I didn't know it was gonna show up white or somebody's like, "Oh, it's purple." I'm like, "You
That's not
colorblind."
purple. Yeah, it looks better. I mean, it looks more definite than it did the other day on Friday. Did you do something to it?
No,
Hmm. Maybe it's the lighting.
not like what
Maybe
I
it's
like.
because I have on my glasses. I don't know.
What I like about this hair is I can put my bonnet on, and then when I take my bonnet off, I just shake it and it falls right back in place.
Won't he do
Hmm.
it
And for
with
those who
the
watch it
bonnet
and
hair?
confused, yes, I still have locks. I took the braids off my locks, washed my
Look,
hair,
how
dried it.
versatile,
Yeah, no, braided my hair back, and the
right?
locks are. It's a nice big bunch or something right here. That's my locks. But that's why I got big hair. You can hide all of that. But I
Isn't that
went
awesome?
pink because of next month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and my mom's a survivor, and I had a friend who
Yay.
passed last year with breast cancer, so I'm always gonna support. I've always worn pink, something, some kind of. I usually dye my locks pink, but that's hard to
Mhm.
come out, and my locks can't take no more bleaching like that. So
Yeah,
I'm not. I'll just find different ways in October to have pink hair.
that's
So I went
awesome. And
lighter, but next year I don't
mhm.
know. It might be I can't never do straight because there's this big bulk in the back of my head. So it's
Oh
always gonna be
no,
something curly and big.
something all glamorous, big hair, don't care.
I know. And like
But
my life is
next
on top.
month we are going to have a breast cancer conversation on the 23rd.
Yeah.
So Elena didn't know that, but she's gonna interview the breast cancer
Oh, I'm doing an interview.
people.
I saw it on the calendar. I just didn't know
Yeah,
how it was
you're gonna
gonna
be doing
end.
that one.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Okay, I can do that.
Yep. So on the 23rd of October, and your mom probably is on here. She didn't know she was going to be a part of that too.
Yeah, yeah.
But she's going to be a part of that on October. So, JU, if
Please,
you're on
yes.
here, go ahead
That's
and
what
put
my
that on your
family.
calendar.
That's what my family do. They don't ask you. They just throw you in
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm used to it.
Hmm.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. The 23rd, Ju, be ready on the 23rd, okay? October. So, yes, we are going to acknowledge breast cancer survivors and overcomers on the 23rd. And just the whole month we're going to wear. And, I think it's also Domestic Violence Awareness Month as well. So, the pink and purple will be in full effect this month as far as just acknowledging those. We have had conversations in the past with several amazing guests talking about domestic violence, Tiffany Moss and Kimberly Spruill, who have come on. If you haven't watched those conversations, go back and watch them talking about domestic violence and surviving and different things like overcoming um, domestic violence. So we have some warriors on our in our community, in our family,
Yes.
in our Bougie Girl family. So we're just so thankful for them.
She did. You know, I'm always ready. She always ready. She gave a thumbs up. I don't know.
Yep, I saw it.
Like, okay.
She ready. She ready.
She's
We I
always
know we
ready.
know we can rely on her when it comes to stuff like that. But so I also wanted to talk about what do you think about I know so they were mentioning also about how other nationalities, specifically like the Kardashians, have all of a sudden I don't know if you say created the standard of beauty. For example, being able to culturally, what do they call it, appropriate from us beautiful melanin women with the braids and the lip injections, and now with the body contouring, with the skinny waist and the big butt and all this other stuff that they have surgically got done to their bodies. But as Black women, we've had curves and lips and fullness all along, the cornrows and all this other stuff. But now it's a standard of beauty
Mhm.
when it comes to other this particular family has kind of like made it popular. What do you think about that?
You know what? I don't mind when people do anything to their bodies. Thank you for seeing us and trying to mimic us. I do mind don't giving us credit and
Right,
then naming it something else like it didn't have
right.
a name to it in the first
In
place.
the first place, right,
So I really don't mind. Like it's your body. You do what you want. If you want to get a fake butt, do it. Just realize you're gonna get old. Fake boobs, if that's what you want, do it. But
remember you're going to be 60 and 70. How is that going to look?
it's still gonna sag because you know everything goes down as you get older. Elasticity, everything just So and how in 10 years, how that stuff that you did to your face, how that's gonna hold up because over time and how do have you seen people who get addicted to these things? They don't look
Right.
good, and everybody think, oh, that's not gonna be me. But I heard it's very addicting. So what
Hmm.
I don't like, um, like I said, appreciate y'all seeing us as beauty and trying to take that from us. But then again, you're letting all these young people watch you and feel like that's what they have to look like to be
Yeah.
successful. They don't have to have a talent. They don't have to have
Yep.
a skill. They just have to be pretty. And to me,
Hmm.
that's kind of prostituting yourself because you're getting money from your looks.
Right. That's it.
But I mean, but each his own. Some
Right.
people do that, you know. And
Yeah.
then it's looks that's not even yours. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Like when Kim Kardashian and got the cornrows, and then she wants to credit Bo
Bo
Derek
Derek.
instead of saying, the Black women, you're married to a Black man, but you're giving a white woman who took the hairstyle from another African American woman, but you credit her for the style and different things like that. Like I said, that's where the problem for me comes in. And even, now with this so-called standard of beauty, telling girls this is the way to secure the bag, like you said. Um, if you have these full lips or you have this big butt or whatever, this is the way to secure the bag. This is the way to get rich and famous. This is the way to come insta famous on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being talented or having some type of skill or gift that God has given you, you want to use your body to secure some type of lifestyle. And that's not always, that should not be the standard or norm for our young girls.
And like I said, it's just toxic thinking because you're right. We all have different gifts. We all have different things. But if
Mhm.
our young, susceptible mind community, the younger generations, that's all they see,
Mhm.
they're not going to be willing to find what their purpose is, what they like. They just want to see what's accepted. So I'm going to, get the lip injections, get fuller lips, get the cheek
Yeah,
injection, get the high cheeks, and no wrinkles. But wrinkles, it's part of life. Like you gonna get wrinkles.
yeah, right.
Nobody
Take
wants
care of your
wrinkles all the
skin.
way.
Take
Just
care of
take
your
care of
skin so it won't
yourself.
get as wrinkled so fast because a lot of times you can, if you keep your skin moisturized, it won't get wrinkled as fast. Yes, you're going to get them, but at least you'll look, smooth and nice, and you're still going to have the wrinkles, but at least take care of your skin so it'll be nice and soft, and not looking
Yeah,
all dry and hard because that's what makes you look older, that dry skin, that harsh look, right?
right. And like I said, I
And
don't, I don't mind people doing things because look, I have hair and we all do things to change up our looks and stuff like that. But just give credit where credit is due. Like
right,
we all like to change it up and do different things, and that's not the
right,
issue. It's just giving credit,
yeah.
and um, instead of hiring the person who got themselves done and got their skin tan darker, just get that person who naturally had it in the first place. Give the money, put the
Right.
money back in the community that you're taking the looks from and the styles from, and you know what I mean. Like just acknowledge us, and if we're out there doing it, support us too.
You're right. And I think that's where the issue comes in. They don't support us, they don't acknowledge, and they just take it and take it to Beverly Hills or whatever. And now, they want to do it over there and like it didn't come, from the culture or whatever. And,
Yeah,
my issue is, especially with the young girls being a counselor and having a daughter that is, you know, during her high school time, um, you're she's seeing these women in these images. I'm thankful that she didn't have a big issue like, oh, I want to have a big butt or these big whatever. She didn't have that issue, but a lot of girls are very impressionable, and it's like girls commit suicide because of that, or they hurt themselves, or they're cutting, or just different things like that because they can't look like these airbrush models or these girls who may have did things to get what they have, like you said, to secure the bag, um, instead of just appreciating who they are and loving themselves for who they are. They can't get all of these injections and all these things, so now they're feeling down about themselves. Um, so that's what bothers me about it. So,
yeah. I know a lot of there's now people who's exposing like these Instagram people and stuff like that because you take pictures and they'll be at the same event as somebody else, take pictures and change their bodies through an app, and then somebody else posts the same picture of them like you didn't look like that. Like they're starting to like I'm serious.
I've
People are
never seen
now,
that
yeah. So
before.
what they're doing
Oh
now
my
is they're not
goodness.
even getting the butt implants or the boobs or the face. They just change it on the app. They're just changing their
Hmm.
bodies on the app.
Wow.
And my thing is, you're gonna really believe you look like that. And when you're older and looking back, all those pictures when you were younger that's been
Altered.
modified and
Hmm.
altered, that's not who you are. And
Yeah.
they're putting these filters on their children, and the children
Right.
not gonna have real pictures of themselves, so they not gonna look like that as adults.
Exactly. And that's a sad thing too. And I think you and I saw that. We were looking at a picture of a little girl. She was dark skinned and you said she had a filter on or had a wig on or
She
something
had
like
dad put a
that.
wig on her. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't understand why, I remember when my kids were growing up, their cute little tiny afros or their ponytails and pigtails with the barrettes and beads. We didn't have, it wasn't a problem with it. There was no extensions, there was no added whatever, there was no wigs, there were no weaves. And you're seeing little girls 3 and 4 years old, 5 years old with wigs and weaves, and it's like, do you not love your child or think she's cute enough to not have all this extra added to her body? Or when you take
Yeah.
a picture of your children, do you not think they're cute enough without a filter? Like, I mean, I do see that too. Like, you see people post pictures of their children with filters, and it's like, wow, that's interesting. So,
It's just dangerous when it's every picture. Why is my
right. I mean, if you're taking a fun picture and you have the little dog ears up or the
yeah,
little
fine,
fun little
right?
nose or the butterflies or whatever, okay. I mean, we all do that. I mean, something fun and cute or whatever. But like you said, when it's every picture, and then the child is confused or maybe not understanding, like when they look at themselves in the mirror and be like, that's not how I, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right,
now they're feeling a certain type of way or have low self-esteem. So,
right.
I just
And
think
that's
we have to
another
be
thing. Like
safe.
me being a photographer, people ask me, "Are you gonna edit my pictures? Can you edit out this? Can you edit out my stomach? Can you edit out why? That's not you. This is you right now. You got a
Hmm.
little pudge pudge. It's okay. That's you.
You got a little fupa. You got a little, we'll
Little
take a
fupa.
fupa. Yeah, you got a
That's
little,
that's
that's
more
okay.
normal than the lady with the flat stomach. It's normal.
Right.
Like what the average
Every
woman in
woman ain't
America
got
is like
ain't
six.
got a
Like
flat
right,
stomach.
the average woman in America, I think, is 14, 16. So why are we afraid? That's why I don't really listen to Lizzo, but I love her attitude. She has no shame in her game. People be on
Yeah.
her, but she
Hmm.
just be wearing the same thing other people wearing. She just a
Yeah.
little bigger, and nothing wrong with that. Y'all don't know what people go through. They could have thyroid
Hmm.
issues that cause you to gain weight. Sometimes it causes you to lose weight, but it causes you to gain weight. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
There's so many different things that people are going through, and instead of like just, ugh, it's annoying. Just be you. Just
Just be you.
whatever you want to be, whoever you want to. Just hopefully you're being the genuine one of a kind you that you're supposed to
Right.
be. Because a lot of this stuff is fake. You're looking at stuff. You're not going to live up to your favorite Instagram person because they don't even live
Yeah.
up to them. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like people are faking so much online, and Photoshop is getting easier, more accessible, and people can learn it straight off of YouTube how to change stuff. So it's not
Yeah.
stop trying to just be what everybody else is. Just figure out who you are and who you're supposed to be because you're going to be living a lot happier and a lot more
Right.
successful
And
when
I
you
think when you
are
learn
your
to be
purpose.
right, and I think when you learn how to be that person, um, it's a process. You have to be at peace with who you are.
Yeah.
Be at peace with your skin tone, your height, your body shape. Be at peace with that. And if there's some things about yourself that you want to change, work on them. This is a perfect time while we're still semi-social distancing to work on those things, to exercise, to eat right, to change your eating regimen, to start drinking more water, to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. I love me.
Hmm.
God made you who you are. I mean, I remember my daughter when she was in high school, just the same as I am, like you're one of the tallest girls in your school, right? So, I'm
Yeah,
one
I
of the
love that.
tallest. I'm one of the tallest girls in my high school. I'm taller than some of the boys. My daughter is taller than most of the boys. And so she had an issue with that for so long. And then eventually she loves her height now. She doesn't have an issue with it. And she's still like one of the tallest people in the room. But now she embraces her height. She's taller than me. So it's
I
like,
feel like being
okay,
able to reach the top shelf. I don't know what that feel like. I have a
it's
step
amazing.
stool in my kitchen because my husband likes
Yeah.
to put stuff high up, and I guess
I
he
don't know that.
forget that his
Yeah.
wife is 5'2" and he's 6 foot, so I can't reach stuff. So
Right. I don't
yeah,
know.
it's
I've always
it's.
been kind of tall, so I don't.
You know what? I like being short because you know what I could
I
do. I
mean,
could put on some 6 inch heels, and I'm
yes.
5'8", and that might not be that tall, but it's tall to
And you
me.
better wear it. You better get it. You know what I'm saying? I
And I
mean,
get my confident walk, and then I trip or something because as soon as you get your confident walk with heels on, that ankle gives
look,
out.
that ankle get a little weak. You know what I'm saying?
Like why?
So
Why? You
I
better
mean, that
fit
little ankle just be a little wobbly. You know what I'm saying?
just a little
Like
bit.
just a little bit, just a little
And that's
bit.
why I rather stilettos than wedges. Wedges, my
Oh
ankles, I
no.
feel like they'd be like, "Oh yeah, we got support." They put, and it just like no, we not good. And just the
She
ankles
said
go.
wedges. No, I like wedges. That's like I feel more stable in wedges. I mean, stiletto heels, I think, because, yeah, I can't, the weight of it all.
That's why I have to have
Yeah,
a like a because
the
like I
weight
said,
of
I
it
get
all.
6 inches one, so I have to have a platform about that thick too, so
Oh,
I
yeah,
won't
the
feel like I'm
platform.
just I can't wear no shoes
Okay.
without a platform. Like
Okay.
I
I
think
know
I
what you're
bought one.
saying.
I just bought one pair that was just like that thin little piece with
Hmm.
it might have been a 3 inch heel, but standing up on that without that extra cushion from the, I
The
felt like every
platform.
rock I stepped on. I'm like, I am never buying shoes without a platform
She's
again.
like,
It's gonna be
I'm
tall.
not doing this ever. I mean, but 5'8" is an average height for a woman. So I mean,
First
You
of
know, you
all,
gotta
it's
do
not
what you
that
gotta
tall. The
do.
average height for a woman is like 5'6". Okay.
So 5'8" is not that tall. You said you put on your 6 inches is 5'8"?
Yeah, I did. I am 5'8", but that's not the average size of a woman.
I
Let,
thought
let me look
average
that up
height was
for.
like
Let me
five
look.
cent. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, do that.
I don't think it's
Well,
five
I'm
eight
a
because that's not fair. 'Cause that means I'm like way below average. Okay, so I don't like that.
okay. Well, look it up to make yourself feel better. I
I
am five
am.
eleven, and I'm good
Yeah,
with my height,
you
so
are.
I'm over
A,
average, and I
yeah.
love it. That's in your eyes. I'm a giant. I know, little person, little person.
And see, I have a friend. I have a friend. I think she's like 5'10", 5'11", and I'm think I'm doing something. We went out one time, and I put on my 6 inch heels. I'm like, yes, we're gonna be close to the same height. But I get to her,
Is
she
it?
has on 6 inch heels. I'm like, no, why? You already
Oh,
tall. Why?
hey.
She was like, cause I'm an Amazon woman and I like to be tall. I
I'm
love
gonna
my.
get it.
I'm
That's
like,
what I'm gonna do. Yes.
okay.
I think the highest I've worn is 4 inches. So, I was, I
So
did it.
I'm close to
Yes.
average. It says the average height for American women 20 years old and up is just under 5'4".
Okay. Okay.
The
Well,
average
I'm
weight is
above average,
170.
honey.
Okay. Okay, so if I lose 30 pounds, I'll be the average weight too.
Oh, no. I'm gonna have to lose a good person on that one. So, mm-mm.
That's because you're tall. But I feel like because you're tall, I feel like 170, probably you're gonna probably look real slim at 170.
At 170, I was in high school, and when I
But I'm
look back
saying
on
you
the picture,
you
yeah,
probably was small. You probably look
I was
slimmer
super
because you're
skinny.
tall because your weight is distributed, more
Yeah.
evenly. But when
Hmm.
you short like me, it's compact, so it makes you look just round. So I need to, because it said according to the doctors, I should be like 110 to 120. I'm like, no, I'm gonna look like
No.
I'm dying. So
Right.
160 is good. I want to be just like a size 10, up 10, 12, maybe 8 sometimes. I don't want to be
Okay.
too small. I like being full body. I just want to be a healthy
She
full
said,
body.
look, she called it full bodied, honey. Yes, full
Lux.
fit,
We don't say extra large. We say extra lux.
voluptuous,
Extra lux. Okay, just a little lux on
voluptuous
me.
in this camp. You feel me? Look, I like all my voluptuousness. I mean,
Look.
because when I look back at pictures when I was around 180, I was like, I'm a little thin. So I'm
I need to.
I'm a little
I need to
thin,
thicken up a little bit.
And then after I started having kids and the size I am now, like 14, 16, depending on the make. If it's Target, it might be a 16, 18. If it's
But see, my thing is,
you know
a
what I'm saying?
16 on
I don't
you
know.
looks better than a 16 on me because I'm so condensed. So I need to be a 12.
Then she
Okay,
call it condensed.
I'm
One
condensed
minute
because I'm
is full
short.
body, then
I'm
it's
full body.
condensed.
I'm
I don't
condensed
know.
full body because I'm
Full-
short. It's
Okay,
condensed.
okay, okay.
I
Well,
need to, like, if
I
I could stretch it out, because when I put on my heels, I look slimmer because I'm getting
okay. That's what that
longer.
is. Okay.
Hmm. It's a trick. It's a trick
Okay.
to the eye.
It's a trick. It's a trick. Okay. I'm just slim thick. I'm just going to go ahead and claim it. I'm a slim thick. I'm tall. I'm gonna go ahead and get the thickness in. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So I'm gonna
I don't
just
have
go
no
ahead and give
problem
it
with
to
the
the
thickness.
people.
I just need to. I could be slim thick,
Ah,
but my slim thick is like 160, 170. I'll take that. I'll take
you got it. You got
that. I don't
this.
want to be
We're
smaller
gonna
than
root.
that.
Yeah, I'm good at my. I'm finally at a happy weight. So not gonna say the weight out loud, but I'm happy with the weight that I have, and I'm cool. I'm good. We gonna get it. We gonna maintain this weight. I'm gonna lose about 5 pounds because this what did you say? Fabulously
Fabulously
fuller.
fuller.
Yes,
Yes.
fabulously fuller. Yes. So I'm good with my weight though. I'm at I think I lose about 5 pounds just barely, and
That's fine.
I'm good.
Just about
Well,
30 more. I'll be good.
you'll be good, right?
Mhm.
I didn't gain 10 pounds during the COVID, so
I had lost 16, but then I think I'm at the same weight that I lost. I maybe like a pound or two more, so, but it's okay. I'll get back
it's
on
okay.
track
We're
one
gonna get
day.
back on track after the holidays. After the
I'm
holidays,
not
you know
even
what I'm
worried.
saying?
You know what? I ain't worried about the holidays because I'm not cooking. I'm not going nowhere. So the
I ain't
holidays not.
either.
It's not scaring
I'm
me
not
because I'm
cooking
not gonna
either.
overeat. Because what
I'm
you gonna
not
do in the
cooking either.
holidays? a Zoom holiday party. Hi, family. I'm eating
Girl,
I made
it's
myself
gonna be
so.
so different. Oh my goodness.
And it was like, I
I'm
wish I
gonna have to
could
go
find
visit
it
my children again.
to visit your children again.
That's what I'm gonna have to do because I can't. Because this
I'm
is
a,
really.
I'm gonna show y'all this clip from. Dang it!
What is it?
Let me find it. You go ahead and tell
Oh
me what's the
Lord.
next thing. I gotta find it.
Ain't no next thing. We've been on here an hour, girl. Ain't no next thing. I done said everything I need to say. Well, tomorrow, you all, we're going to be on here. Oh, this is what I would like to say. So while she's finding her video, I would like to show you all the I'm Bougie candle line. Woo woo! So, guys, God has given me a vision about candles. I'm a candle girl, so I love candles. So we have two types of candles, our Sweet Life and Black Pearl. So if you are interested in ordering a candle, inbox or email at imbougie.girl@gmail in order to place a candle order. You know, the holidays are coming up, birthdays, anniversaries, just because gifts. Go ahead and order you a candle. We're creating some more right now. And the first batch is sold out, but we're creating more. So if you want to go ahead and pre-order, please do. So super excited about that. So I wanted to share that while she's finding the video. Did you find the video yet?
No.
And we also have our t-shirts out on Teespring. We would like, and so here's one of the t-shirts. I didn't wear mine tonight, but here is one of the t-shirt. It is so bougie, bold, one of a kind, unbothered, God's girl, intentional and elegant. So go to our Teespring store and buy you a t-shirt. Get your girlfriend a t-shirt. Here's the information on the screen. Get your girlfriend one, your mom one, your sister one, yourself one, and just rock the t-shirt. It's a more Christmas gifts, more thank you. Sweet Life is awesome. If you can't fly to Vegas, you can try to. Oh, I will. Thank you for the invite. I will. Sweet Life is one of the a nice fragrance that people like, and I like the Black Pearl as well. So both of them are amazing. So thank you for that. But thank you for the invite, Joyce. You're gonna have to make some type of seafood something. So if I come to Pearland, you need to make something from New Orleans, something from the islands. I need some of that. So go ahead and fry up something, make some type of gumbo, something. So, but yeah.
Okay, I found it.
Oh,
Here,
come
I
on,
gotta share my screen.
buddy. Okay.
So I just thought it was hilarious, and so that my mom is here because they was Oh, let me actually go to the thing. My bad. So they're talking about their holidays, and they started talking about Halloween. And I thought this was hilarious because we didn't celebrate Halloween growing up. I gotta undo my thing.
Okay. Okay.
Cancel.
People are canceling Halloween. How do
you? Coronavirus! Ah!
We're in the state of the world where Halloween is canceled. Never thought I'd see the day.
When I was a kid, we
never thought of it, but no.
When I was a kid, we could not celebrate Halloween.
Why?
Because my mom said it was the devil.
Huh.
The monsters, masks, spirits. We don't do no spirits over here. We Jesus, the Holy Spirit, the Holy Spirit. So we used to go to church. We would have to
Halloween.
Yes, we would have to dress up as Bible characters.
Ooh.
Which is basically a whole bunch of kids with like sheets and sticks and like ropes. One time when it's the Holy Ghost, which was just a whole sheet with two eyes poked out. And then we got early in my life, there wasn't even nothing for the kids. They would just have church. We would just have church on Halloween, and we'd be like, "You don't need to be out there serving the devil. Jesus ain't no trick or no treat." Mm-hmm.
What? Why?
So I would go trick or treating alone by myself before church with no costume, and I know that people felt bad for me, but they would give me candy. Mm-hmm. And then later on in life, when I was
that's what I wanted to show you. It was funny to me because when they said they had to go to church, that was us. We didn't have to dress up. And the one time my mama allowed me to dress up for school is she had me go as an evangelist. I dressed up in my Sunday's best. I went to school, and she had my Bible. Either I was an evangelist or I forgot, Christian. I was a Christian for sure. And everybody else dressed up. And I was going to a Christian school, but everybody else dressed up to a thing. And they was like, "What are you?" I'm like, "I'm an evangelist with my Bible." And we had to go to Hallelujah night, and I just thought it was so funny because my mama, she everything was the devil growing up. But I think every Christian goes through that phase. But
She said phase.
she said a Christian. Okay, if you say I was a Christian, I thought I remember it being an evangelist. But okay. And I was cracking up laughing because it just reminded me just of like how we grew up, and I'm like, oh, so it wasn't. I'm not alone
It
out there.
wasn't just you.
Yeah, I wasn't alone. There had other children that couldn't do certain things. You paused yourself. I mean, you muted yourself.
Because I'm echoing. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
you know why?
It
I
sounds
didn't plug
loud.
something.
Can you hear me? It sounds loud.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't plug myself back up. All right, Mama, a Christian. You dressed me up as a Christian and sent me to
She's like, hello, it's a Christian, not an evangelist.
And my whole thing is my parents stopped celebrating certain things right before I was born. And I didn't get a chance to 'cause I think they brought my brother and
Mm-hmm.
sister trick or treating once or twice, but something happened where before I was born they decided to not celebrate it. And
Mm-hmm.
even believing in Santa Claus, we she didn't allow that all. I think my brother ruined that for us. So I'm
Oh no.
like, do I let Marley believe? And the thing is, Cheo grew up celebrating Halloween. He grew up believing in Santa Claus and stuff like that. So it's like, I want to be a
That's the
good parent, but I don't
conversation.
want to be strict like that.
That's the conversation I guess you all need to have, huh?
I mean, we had the conversation.
What did you
I, t-
decide?
I mean, I took her trick or treating last year. She
Okay.
didn't like it. She was saying no. So she had a friend that was going up, getting her candy, coming back down. She come get Marley's basket, go back up and get the candy for her, and made sure people put extra candy in her basket. So she was like, okay, come on. She grabbed Marley's hand, went to the next thing, and she just kept doing it because Marley would not go up. She was like, no, I don't want to. But she was 2, and she was like, no, I don't want to
Yeah.
do it. I don't know these people.
Yeah.
If I
Right.
next, if I brought her out this time because of quarantine, she'd be like, hi, I'm Marley. Here you go. She's so
Look,
she's
she
more
changing.
she's more social now than last year, and
Oh
that's
yeah.
because she didn't have communication with kids for like 3 months by herself. No
Yeah.
kids. So every time she said,
Wow.
"Hi, I'm Marley. What's your name? I'm 3 years
Oh.
old." I'm like, Marley, people don't want to know
You're funny.
that.
Oh my goodness. Well, everyone, we are so thankful that you all joined us tonight for Girl Chat. We are over our time, but we hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't watch it, go back and watch the replay. And also join us tomorrow. We should be on tomorrow talking about faith over fear.
Mhm.
And so we're just excited about what did she say?
She tried to say Marley knew her grandmother wouldn't approve, but she said Marley
Oh,
knew.
knee. Okay. So yes, please please join us tomorrow. We're going to be talking about faith over fear. We're going to be talking, our series that we've been talking about. We're probably going to condense them both into one day, maybe. But
Yes.
join us tomorrow at 7 p.m. for a Motivational Monday series. So we're just excited to be able to motivate you all, have fun on Sundays and chat it up, girl chat. Now on Monday, we're going to motivate you and help you to get through the week.
And
So
not
anyway, she's
yawning.
over here yawning, and so it's getting late. It's getting dark earlier, y'all. And so, well, y'all have a blessed evening. Enjoy your Sunday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Thank you. We're praying for y'all.